What if your grocery list could rewind how your body ages? After 60, certain foods do more than fuel your day. They either fight inflammation or feed it. And the worst part, many so-called healthy foods may actually be the reason for your rising blood sugar, poor sleep, and joint pain. But here's the good news. I'll walk you through a grocery checklist built for your biology, rooted in science, approved by doctors, and designed specifically for aging bodies. One shift per aisle, one meal at a time. Let's start with what happens inside your cells when you cut carbs, even slightly. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to add, what to swap, and why your body will thank you. For many seniors, grocery shopping feels like a guessing game. Labels scream heart healthy or low fat, but energy keeps dropping, blood sugar keeps rising, and your gut, always a little off. It's not your fault. Aging bodies need different fuel. What worked at 40 doesn't work at 70. That's why today I'm sharing a low-carb grocery strategy built just for seniors. And no, this isn't a diet. It's a defense system, backed by Harvard research, proven in real life, and simple enough to start with your very next trip to the store. 1. Insulin resistance. Why low-carb matters. After 60. If you're over 60, your body doesn't handle sugar the way it used to. And it's not because you've been eating badly or skipping walks. It's because the key that unlocks your energy, insulin, starts struggling to do its job. Let me explain. Insulin is like a key that opens the door to your cells, letting sugar in to be used as fuel. But after 60, those cellular locks get rusty. Even if the key still turns, the door doesn't open like it used to. This isn't about producing less insulin. In fact, most seniors still make plenty. The issue is what scientists call a post-receptor defect. The inner machinery of your cells becomes less responsive. The signal weakens. In a study published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation, researchers compared insulin sensitivity in adults under 40 to adults over 65. The result? Seniors had a 39% reduction in glucose disposal, even when insulin levels were identical. That means your cells are ignoring the knock. So your body keeps making more insulin just to get the message through. And when insulin stays high, fat builds around the belly, inflammation rises, energy crashes follow meals. That's why many seniors feel exhausted after eating a simple sandwich, not because of the food, but because their body can't process it efficiently anymore. Frank, one of my 71-year-old patients, came in feeling foggy, heavy, and frustrated. He wasn't overweight. He walked daily, but his blood sugar was creeping up. We made one small change. He replaced his morning cereal and toast with eggs, half an avocado, and a sprinkle of hemp seeds. Just 6 weeks later, his A1C dropped from 6.4 to 5.9. He told me, "I feel clear again. I don't crash after breakfast. It's like I got part of myself back." Here's the takeaway. You don't have to cut out carbs completely, but your body now needs less sugar and more fat-fiber-protein balance to do the same job. Start simple. Swap out one high-carb meal. Breakfast is usually best. And notice how your body responds. It's not age, it's this enzyme that decides what happens next. 2. Do seniors really need more carbs for energy? If you've been told that carbs give you energy, especially as you get older, you're not alone. It's one of the most common beliefs I hear in my clinic. And for younger people, it's mostly true. But after 60, what most people don't realize is your body starts handling carbs differently. Not because you're broken, but because you're changing. You see, as we age, our glucose tolerance naturally declines. That means the same banana, slice of bread, or bowl of oatmeal you ate at 40 can hit your bloodstream like a sugar bomb at 70. Here's the biological reason. In younger bodies, insulin acts like a smooth fuel pump. Carbs come in, and insulin shuttles that glucose into your muscles and liver for storage. But with age, the pump weakens. The glucose hangs around longer. Your body starts storing more of it as fat, especially around the belly, and you feel more tired, not more energized. In a 2020 study from Harvard Health, older adults followed a low-carb plan for just 8 weeks. They didn't starve. They didn't cut out entire food groups. They simply reduced carbs to around 10% of daily intake, replacing them with healthy fats and protein. The result? Visceral fat, dropped insulin sensitivity, improved cholesterol profiles stabilized. And most of all, energy returned. That's why we're not talking about no carbs. We're talking about smart carbs and senior-specific timing. Carol, 67, thought she was eating healthy. Oatmeal for breakfast, fruit smoothies, granola bars. But every afternoon, she crashed. Foggy brain, heavy legs. Needing a nap by 2 p.m. We shifted her breakfast to scrambled eggs with sautéed spinach and gave her a small bowl of berries with chia seeds for dessert at night instead. Her energy rebounded within days. Here's the shift. You don't need more carbs. You need carbs your body can actually use at the right time of day. Because after 60, your metabolism isn't broken. It's just asking for a different kind of fuel. This is where most seniors get it wrong. 3. The hidden danger of chronic inflammation. You can't always feel it, but if you're over 60, chances are it's already happening inside you. I'm talking about silent inflammation, a slow, invisible process that damages your joints, your heart, and even your brain, one meal at a time. And here's the twist. It's not always caused by sugar or junk food. Sometimes it's foods that spike your blood sugar too quickly, even the ones marketed as healthy. After 60, your immune system starts to misfire. The molecules that are supposed to protect you, called cytokines, become overactive. It's like your body's internal alarm won't stop ringing, even when there's no threat. In a massive 13-year study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers found that older women who ate the highest glycemic load diets had a 2.9 times greater risk of death from inflammatory diseases. That's not just a little inflammation. That's chronic and dangerous. So how do we calm this fire down? Here's the simplest place to start. Replace high glycemic starches like white rice, bread, and pasta with non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and leafy greens. These aren't just healthy, they're protective. They're packed with fiber that slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and naturally lowers cytokine activity. Margaret, 69, had been eating toast and jam every morning for years. It felt comforting, familiar. But she started noticing something odd. Her knees ached more, her fingers stiffened, her energy dipped after breakfast. We made one change. She swapped her toast for scrambled eggs and steamed broccoli with olive oil. Just 2 weeks later, her joint pain eased, and her energy returned by mid-morning. She said, "I never thought broccoli would give me more energy than toast, but I feel lighter, and not just in my body." That's the power of food when it matches your biology. And the best part? These swaps don't restrict your life. They restore it. Ignore this. And the symptoms often get worse without warning. 4. The forgotten garden in your gut. There's a part of your body you rarely see, but it quietly controls your immune system, your energy, even your mood. It's your gut. And after 60, that inner ecosystem starts to change, sometimes without you even realizing it. See, your digestive tract is home to trillions of bacteria, some good, some bad. When balanced, they work like gardeners, clearing waste, calming inflammation, supporting nutrient absorption. But when that balance breaks down, often from too much sugar, processed carbs, or long-term medications, the weeds start taking over. And when bad bacteria grow, they release toxins called endotoxins. These slip through the gut lining and trigger systemic inflammation, what researchers now call leaky gut. In a study from Gerontology, 2018, researchers found that aging naturally reduces bacterial diversity, which increases gut permeability and chronic inflammation. This means even if you eat well, if your gut is damaged, your body can't absorb the benefits. But here's the healing part. You can restore your gut's balance by adding one simple thing: fermented foods. Just one daily serving, like sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, or plain yogurt with active cultures, introduces live bacteria that crowd out the bad and rebuild the good. Lenore, 65, had been bloated for years. She assumed it was just getting older. Her digestion was sluggish. She felt full after just a few bites. We started small. She added 2 tablespoons of sauerkraut to her lunch every day. Within 2 weeks, her bloating disappeared. Her cravings dropped. She told me, "I didn't change my meals, but my gut feels alive again." It's not about a perfect diet. It's about replanting the good soil so your entire body can thrive again. Most people never connect their gut to this one hidden symptom. 5. Low carb for sleep? Yes. Here's why it works. If you've ever tossed and turned at night, waking up at 2 a.m., mind buzzing, body aching, unable to fall back asleep, you might think it's just aging, but your sleep disruption could be coming from your dinner. As we get older, our melatonin levels naturally drop. That's the hormone that helps your brain shift into sleep mode. But here's what most people miss. Melatonin doesn't just need darkness. It needs a calm, steady signal from your blood sugar and GABA system. Your body's brakes. When you eat high-carb meals too close to bedtime, your blood sugar spikes, then crashes. That crash wakes the body up, activating cortisol, the stress hormone. And cortisol and melatonin, they're like 2 kids fighting over the same bunk bed. When cortisol's up, melatonin gets kicked out. In a 2023 Wake Forest study published in Alzheimer's and Dementia, researchers found that carb-heavy dinners in older adults were linked to shorter deep sleep cycles and impaired cognitive recovery overnight. But when participants shifted to protein-based, low-carb dinners eaten earlier in the evening, their sleep improved in less than 2 weeks. That's why I recommend this simple pattern to many of my patients. Eat dinner before 7 p.m. Make it light, carb-free, and protein-rich, like salmon with steamed greens or chicken with sautéed spinach. Robert, 70, had struggled with sleep for years, tried melatonin pills, herbal teas, even white noise machines. Nothing worked until we shifted his meal timing. After just 10 days of low-carb dinners, he slept through the night, woke up feeling rested, and for the first time in months, no 2 a.m. panic awakenings. He told me, "I didn't need more sleep aids. I needed a different rhythm." And that's what aging is, not a decline, but a new rhythm your body is asking you to hear. This is when your body starts saying yes again. You're not cutting out food. You're choosing foods your body finally understands. After 60, everything shifts. Insulin, sleep, digestion, and what worked at 40 just doesn't anymore. But here's the truth. Your body still listens. It just needs the right language. Frank, Lenore, Margaret, Robert. They didn't go on diets. They made one change, one swap, and their bodies responded. So let me ask you, what's one aisle you'll shop differently this week? Bread, snacks, frozen? Pick one, test one meal, and just see what happens. Because this isn't just about food. It's about waking up clear, walking without pain, sleeping through the night again. And most of all, it's about staying strong enough to show up for the people who matter most. If this helped, hit subscribe. Next week, I'll walk you through a full low-carb shopping list, made just for seniors. You're one card away from feeling better, because strength means showing up, again and again.